Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. What happened to this statement? We will not subsidize consumption, but we will subsidize production. What happened and why are we changing? Or is it that government policies, or rather Kenya Kwanza policies, change that are influenced by political expediency? What am I talking about? Just another promise. If you just think the promises were over, then you got it wrong. There is another one here.
Ile 8% ambayo serikali inachukua kama ushuru kwa mambo ya gas, tutaondoa ndio tupunguze gharama ya gas, wananchi wengi waweze kununua gas. Jambo la pili, leo mnanunua mtungi ya gas shilingi 2,000, shilingi 2,800. Tumesema sasa tutaweka pesa ya serikali kupunguza gharama ya mtungi ya gas. Ile ya kilo 6 mnanunua 2,500, 2,800, tutaishukisha chini mpaka shilingi 500 ama 300. Na vile vile tunaelewana? Kuanzia nirudie hapo? Mnasema nirudie hapo? Nirudie? Wacha nirudie. Nimesema hivi, kwa sababu tunataka kina mama wengi. Mimi nimesema hivi, kwa wale watu 70% ya Kenya wanatumia kuni na makaa, 99% ni kina mama. Si ni kweli? Na ili tupunguze gharama ya gas, tumesema tunaondoa ushuru. Namba 2, ile mtungi mnanunua kuanzia
The president was speaking at the launch of Kenya Women Trust Fund in KCC today. And I asked, yes, there is a need to, control carbon emissions and energy, but the gas that we are subsidizing is one used for consumption. Or let's ask it this way. So if we subsidize the cost of cylinder, it comes down to 2,000. Yani nikuulize, you know what? Lakini sometimes kuna mchezo sana. Is the problem, is the cost, the problem, the cost here, the container or the product? For example, if a 20 liters of cooking oil is going at, let's say, 10,000, and the liquid there, the 20 liters, the 20 liter, that kibuyu, I think when it doesn't have oil, it retails, you'll buy it around 200. Then the cost of the oil is around now 8,000, 9,000. Then you're telling us you're reducing. Now you're reducing the cost of the cylinder, but not that of gas. The only subsidy, we don't have the priority. The subsidy that is going to change things. Okay, fine. How is that going to turn around the economy? Just give us, Mr. President. How is that going to turn around the economy? The only subsidy yenye unapiga kona hapa and you're leaving it is that of unga and electricity. The 2,000 you want to subsidize the cost of, why don't you do that subsidy, take it to electricity, so that companies will be, at least the cost of production will go down and the prices of goods go down. In the village, people use wood energy. They will use wood, they use charcoal. However, it will help the urban. But again, the question is this: is it sustainable? Is it sustainable? So we are going to pay taxes for you to subsidize cost of cylinder. Okay, let me even ask. Someone once said there is a principle in taxation that you must tax, one, you tax higher what is a luxury, what is not consumed, like quite often. That's why there is a high tax for, you can tax higher the leisures, like the alcohol and alcoholics and so. But something like what is also consumed, you must also have a tax of it, but you must be very sensitive on that. And taxation was also used to reduce consumption of something. For example, when you tax higher, the price goes up and then people leave and people go for the alternative. On this one, when we need subsidy, we need to bring down the cost of living. Cylinder achana nayo. Apple, that one is not a priority. Mr. President, that is not a priority. So are we going to subsidize it yearly? What is the sustainability of that? We'll pay taxes to subsidize cylinder, sure. I know. Let me tell you. Let me just face it. This subsidy thing, I can first tell you, we are in this country, those who follow the bold, let's wait and see if that cylinder will go at 300. Let's wait and see, even if it is the cost of production. Let's wait and see if that cylinder will retail at 300. It will not. It's just one of those promises that are then the usual ones. It will not, number one. Number two, the taxation of the much of that subsidy is just a political propaganda to slow down Raila ODINGA. It's just to slow down Babaman. Babaman has investment in that sector. And when you say you are going to remove subsidy, you want to kill that business, which is fine. But I ask this question. Let me tell President Ruto the danger. Do you know today, when you use products to solve political equations, it has never worked. Especially when you use business to solve political equations, it has never worked. If you want to know it has never worked, ask Raila ODINGA in 2017. Ask Safaricom and the Airtel in 2017. When the boycott call came, I was interviewing a gentleman who told me, since Raila said resist, he just bought a Safaricom line this year. So if it goes that line, then there will be, some of these things will be executed in the political arena. I can tell you. If Raila ODINGA will tell his supporters, or rather those people who follow him, that gasi ni ile na usibai ile, what will happen? What will happen? And even on that, how about if it is retaliated by the politics of boycott? I think on this one we are treading dangerous. We should not go to the politics of boycotts, to the politics of products. Politics of products is very dangerous because it can fight back. I still hold, when President Ruto went to Safaricom and held a meeting and went there and pitched a point saying that I was sent here by the hustlers, that I don't know, the Fuliza loan is higher, so it has to be reduced by 50%. That was the intention. I said, you cannot go and start manipulating other people's businesses. The politics of truncating businesses, for me, I don't think that's it. The subsidy is needed, even in that gas. Yes, it is needed. But do you think you need to put it to an extension? Do you think when you do all those subsidies, and you're saying it's going to retail at less, aren't people going to lose jobs because if the business is no longer viable? Fun. We need subsidy, but not those ones to be taken. You cannot take people's money. You cannot take taxpayers' money to solve political scores with the Raila ODINGA. And we are in this country. Ngoja, let's wait and see. How many promises have been said have never been delivered? The women of this country, and again there is a premise that the gas is being used by women. It's a lie. All of us use. Ladies and gentlemen, do you support the politics of products? The politics of products is very dangerous. It will always fight back. How about if now as we start saying, let's boycott that, let's boycott that, let's boycott that? Business are going to be hurt. You know, everyone has investments here, around here. That sector, this sector, that sector. And we need to make political competition remain political. But if you go that direction, for me, I can tell you, what that subsidy is just an activism. But if you allow me to tell you, I can tell you, bold in the eye, someone was watching the bold, that is hot air. Now that is the real hot air. Kama itarudi chini, I am here. God will give us life. We'll come back. First, I'll do the first analysis. First week, I think it will be after budget, how much the cylinder will be retailing at. We cannot pay people's money to, unless we get donors. We should put that money to something else. On energy, no. Unless that money is going to help companies who are doing production. But if it is for home consumption, you want to subsidize home consumption, but you said you don't want to subsidize production, consumption.